Hi, it's Lee and welcome to the channel today. If you want to see how I got this look with Catrice foundation and color, you stay tuned. Let's see how fast I can take this makeup off and reapply it. Good morning, friends. It's Lee and welcome. Today we're going to be doing a get ready with me, and the foundation that I'm going to be using is Catrice. We're going to be working with several Catrice products today. I have a foundation that I've had probably for about a year. Haven't used it very much, so I thought, why not get it out and do a get ready with me with this Catrice foundation. I have an eyeshadow, I have some blush, and I have a lipstick, and everything else is going to be just things that I have that I'm going to pull in. You know how it is, you got to use what you got. So the foundation that I'm going to be using today is the Catrice HD liquid coverage. I'll get it out in a minute. And the buff beige is the shade that I chose. Now this foundation runs about $10 on Amazon. It's a fabulous foundation. I like it, and it wears really well. It's kind of medium coverage, and as you can see, I have a lot to cover, but it dries down to where it doesn't feel sticky or tacky or anything. The only thing I don't like about it is it does not have a pump, so you gotta, drop it out. So as the shade, like I said, that I use is Buff Beige. We'll list it in the description box. Start the foundation. I am going to use a little bit of my L'Oreal Glotion to give me a little bit of a glow. So we're on the downside of summer, so can't wait to do some fall videos. So I'm going to use a little bit of the L'Oreal Glotion to give me a little bit of a glow. Just kind of dot that here and dot that there. Hope you're doing great today. The weather is a little cool in my neck of the woods, and it feels so, so good. Actually went out on my back patio and had a cup of tea this morning. You could actually breathe. I'm in East Tennessee, and all this week it's supposed to be lower humidity and super nice. I'm still healing a little bit from these dermatologist freezing that I had. I've got, I had two right there. The one on my lip is doing good. Pray to God it doesn't come back, because every time he zaps it, it seems to scab up, and then somewhere down the road it kind of comes back. So I'm hoping that don't come back. Well, let's get a little bit of Glotion. That's a nice name, don't you think? L'Oreal products are fabulous. I mean, they're just, you can't beat them. If I'm correct on that, they are made by Lancome. A little bit of glow down on my neck never hurts. These wrinkles and craters, right? Do not have a Catrice primer of this Catrice liquid camouflage. I'm going to put it here on my little, I don't want to blot it right on my face. My double-ended cosmetic brush today to apply this. This is one of my favorite brushes, one of my holy grails, definitely holy grails. Before that, I think I'm going to use a little bit of Catrice, and I do have a Catrice concealer. It's the Catrice Camouflage Concealer. And I'm going to list it in the description box, the shade and everything. So I'm going to put just a touch here on some of these to camouflage that before I start. And down in these to lighten everything up here, and down my nose a little bit. We're just painting our face up, aren't we? Little wedge to blot that. Kids are back in school. Grandkids are back in school. Universities. I have two granddaughters, as I've told you before, and one has already graduated with an RN. She's an RN, and she is married. Got married last year, as a matter of fact. And then I have my youngest one is a senior, and she will be getting an accounting degree. And when she graduates, she is going directly into law school. She'll be graduating and going flying right into law school. That takes determination, you know. Pot in Painterly, and I will apply my base so it will be setting in. And I grab my special IT Cosmetics brush to apply that. And so this can be soaking in and before I get ready to start my eyes to save time. And before, I don't think that I mentioned, but common sense, I have already prepped and cleaned my face, prepped my skin with my moisturizer, my serums, and vitamin C, and all that good stuff. Okay, we'll let that Painterly by MAC, we'll let that kind of set in and do its thing. And like I said, rather than putting it directly on my face. And I'm going to start on areas that I need it the most, which is all over my face. Really. Have a lot to cover. Very little under here because I'm going to use concealer. A Get Ready With Me with the new Doll 10 foundation. It's in the compact. I ordered that and I have it right over here. And I also purchased the concealer. And I hope the shade works for me. I think I purchased either the light or the medium. I'm not sure which one I ordered. But I will be doing a Get Ready With Me using that Doll 10 new foundation. That's the one in the compact. And I did order the concealer. Up with the foundation. We're going to follow that up with the Catrice Bright and Blur setting powder, or translucent. It's not translucent, it's got a pink tone. And this is the first time I have used this powder, so it's got little holes in there, and this is very, very inexpensive. Dollars, I'm not sure, don't hold me to that, but it's got a pink tone to it, and it's the Bright and Blur. Now I'm going to be trying this for the first time today, so we're going to try together and see how it's going to work for us. 102 large BK Beauty powder brush to brush this on, and I'm just going to put just a little bit. It's got the holes, and I'm going to just shake me out just a Kleenex and just see how this is supposed to be very blurring. So we're going to check this girl out and see if she's going to blur some of these pores for us, okay? And this is the 102 large BK Beauty powder brush. Seems to be doing pretty good. Not putting much under, staying away from the eye area because concealer's going to go there. Loose Powder by Catrice. Okay, I think I'm going to get on some brows. Now I'm going to try this on camera. It may take a long time, and if I do, I may have to cut it out and just cut out and go back and stop my camera. Try to do my brows by Anastasia. They're the micro pencils, and I have the auburn and the light brown with my coloring because it takes me forever to do my brows. I told you, it takes me forever to do my brows, and I'm sorry. Okay, them up. I'm just going to use my spoolie. Just soften just a touch. You know, with my hair the way it is. Now I'm going to use my Sigma double compact Sigma concealer. I'm going to go in with this. I'm going to go in with these two shades, and I'm just going to take my my Sigma Anastasia concealer brush for brows. I like this for the brows, and I'm just going to dip in there and work off the back of my hand with these two shades. Make it a little bit creamy. If it gets too thick, just spray a little bit of setting spray, and that'll take care of that. I'm just going to clean up just a touch of this. Make them a little bit cleaner line, the best I can see. I would have this done 2 shakes and a lamb's tail if I could see, ladies. But you know, without that vision, it's very difficult. My close-up vision is so bad, and my other vision, you know. Cleans it up just a touch. My lips, so they'll be getting a little bit moisturized before I do my lipstick. May turn a little pink, but that's normal. It's the It Cosmetics Moisture Stick. A bit of contour. Got my brows on. Hope they're even. And today we're going to use the e.l.f. Halo Glow in Fairlight. This is the little contour we're going to be doing. I cannot wait. Let me say something. I can't wait to get my nails done. I have taken my nails off. You know, I usually wear the dip. And I have wore the dip nails for at least 7 or 8 years. Every month. It's pricey, but I love my nails. I enjoy my nails. And I just got to where they needed a rest. So for the past couple of months, with everything going on with my eyes, I said, okay, let's just cut them. Let's soak everything off. I went into the salon and had everything soaked off. For the past couple, 2.5 months, I have just been trying to keep them short and put a little bit of color on there, and I'm not used to this. This is kind of like, I don't like it. So, but they are manicured, the best I can see to do them. But next week, I am going to be getting them back on, so I can't wait to do that. The e.l.f. Halo Glow Fair Light for the contour today. Love e.l.f. products. It's just a little, has a little sponge. So let's get a little bit of contour going here. You just squeeze it. Icky La Rose little brush to do my contour down my nose. And I'll go back and put some light there. And just push up. That's what I do anyway. Down under these gels. They used to be up here, now they're down here. Everything moves south. I feel like a snowbird going to Florida for wintertime. Everything moves south. Hey Honey in Milani. Hey Honey in Milani cream. Let's get a bronzer blush, and today I'm going to be using my Sigma multitasker brush. Tap that on and then tap it off on my hand. A little bit of color going here. Moving right along, we're going to be doing our blush, and I'm going to use Catrice Peach Passion. There is a cream blush and a powder brush in these, and I got them on Amazon, or you can get them on the Catrice website, and they're $7. I think I'm going to be using the cream blush today. This is Peach Passion. Using my Sigma blush brush to do this. I like this brush for cream blush because it just has a stippling effect. Doesn't put much on, just a little bit where you want it. It's kind of like you're texturized your hair, in other words. Keeping it high. Time I've used this, so we're doing this together today. As we do all the time, right? Catrice, the Cozy Earth 8 palette. It's the Earth, Cozy Earth in the 8 palette. There are some mattes and some shimmers in here. So again, first time I have used this, so we're going to see what happens. Here, for my transition shade, I need some kind of transition shade. This is a frost down here. It's a frosty color, and I don't want to do that. This is a matte shade, so I'm going to dip into this for the transition shade because I have hooded eyes, as you can see. When I look down, you can't see any shadows. So when I do this, I'm going to look down. I want to look all the way down so I can make sure that I get what I want to get right there. I don't know how these wear. I don't know how they're going to go on. As I said, I'm not familiar with the Catrice eyeshadow. The first time an eyeshadow will be on my eye in Catrice. Just trying to get a little bit right in there for tap it off. Seems to be a little bit of fallout, not a lot. Just trying to get a smooth transition shade there, bringing it all the way down and working it in. Gosh, what I would love to have those smooth lids again. Kind of like a skin color, right? That's what we need. And I'm working off of 2 mirrors here, ladies. I have my Elias, and then I have another one over here to be able to see how to do this. Okay, I applied some eye tape, just some, you can use just regular Scotch tape. I just have a roll of cosmetic tape, but I did tear off some. I get this on Amazon. You can get it at any cosmetic store. I just tore off a couple of pieces, and I did put it on the back of my hand to absorb some of this stickiness before I put it to my eye. You can use regular Scotch tape, but sometimes I'll use this, sometimes I don't. Okay, let's get back to our eyes. I'm going to use my Sigma E22, or excuse me, Morphe E22 brush. I think I'm going to go into this green right here. This is Potluck. I don't know how it's going to look, but we're going to try it because it is a matte shade, and I do want a matte shade. I'm going to use my Morphe E22 brush. I may be using every color in this palette to get the look that I'm trying to achieve. This green may go a little bit more gray than I want it to, but we're going to see what happens. I'm going to work from side to side, see what we can get with these colors, see if we can get some good payoff. How does that sound? My rougher 15 brush. I love this for blending. Let's start blending this. I'm going to grab just a touch more of this color we started with just to blend this and see what we can end up with here before I go any further. Love this for blending. Let me clean my brush off. I got a Sigma switch, but I'm just going to use my little, or you can use the back of your hand, whatever. I think I'm going to go into my 01 by Rougher 01 brush, and I'm going to put a little bit darker shade. I think I'll use this darker shade right here, this one right here, and see if I can put just a little bit more. I've got to build that up right in there a little bit. It's too light. I need some darkness right in there. Working it in there. And believe me, it's hard in these wrinkles. Going to the other side. I'm using this shade right here. I went ahead and started with this the lighter shade on the lid. I decided not to go with the frost up there. I decided not to go with that. I attempted that and it just really didn't look right. So I'm using this light shade here just on the lid there. And then I'm going to come back when I do my mascara and my lash primer. I'm going to come back and do that. Let's take this tape off and see what happens, and I'll clean all that up. I've got to clean a lot of this up. I'm going to go ahead and do my lash primer. I'll be using the Maybelline Sky High for the primer, and then the Maybelline Sky High mascara in black. Now the primer is tinted. It is a tinted black, so don't let that confuse you. It's not mascara, it is the primer. It's going to be a lengthy video. Stay with me, girls. Still trying to get my feet wet after not filming for a year, right? So I'm going to let that dry. Now, while that's drying, I think I'll go ahead and do some lipstick. Let me get some lipstick on while this is drying, and I'll go back to my eyes and I'll do some highlight in the corner and do my mascara, and then we'll clean this up with some concealer. But I like to get my lipstick on to see if I need more blush or not. I do have a lipstick in Catrice, and it's called Scandalous Matte 060. It's on the pink tones. And that's what it looks like, and I have not used this either. I don't have a Catrice liner, so I'm going to be using I'll be grabbing just a Wet n Wild that's going to blend with that color. Let's line these lips. Working around my lip to where the dermatologist froze that problem right there, and I hope it don't scar. Now I don't go all the way to the corner with my liner. Let's see what happens that she does with this lipstick. Well, it's different. It's not like a color I've been wearing. But I think I might have to do something more to my blush. I'm going to use Anastasia Pink Ginger Gloss over this today. It's a little bit pink than I want, so I'm going to put a little pink ginger over it at Anastasia. I have 3 or 4 of these colors, and when I buy them when they have their sale. That's when I buy them. Okay, I might have to add just a touch more blush now that I have that on, and then we're going to go to our eyes. I'm going to use some highlighter as well. Okay, let's get the mascara on. Now I'm going to go to the Sky High by Maybelline mascara. This is a mascara that I've had for a while, and I'm hoping that it's not went rancid on me. We need to get some concealer on while this mascara, I went ahead and put my mascara on. It's all dried. We're going to go back to our Catrice concealer, the Camouflage. I'll list everything in the description box where you're not going to miss a thing. Concentrating on the inner corners where I have the darkness, a touch here and some out here to clean this up. A506 concealer brush, lightening up this corner in here. I have to look at my mirror over here to see. I'm sorry I'm turning my head, but I have to see what I'm doing with this magnification mirror. Just can't see. I'm going to set that with just a touch of powder. I'm here on my Kleenex that I used before. It is the Catrice in the pink, and it's the blurring. I'm going to tap that off. I just used that, it was what was left on my Kleenex down there. Dark shadow underneath the bottom. And I'm going to grab my Sigma little slanted brush for that, of this brown right here, this rusty brown right there. I think I'll just dab it in there and then tap it. And I have to look into this mirror to see what I'm doing. My 10 times over here. Okay, I'm going to put just a touch of highlight right in the corner of my eyes, and I'm going to be using the elf stick. I'm just going to put just a touch right in the corner to brighten this up. That's just the elf shadow stick, and I'm going to take my MAC, I believe it's my 217 or 218. I'm just going to blend that just a touch. Okay, I'm going to set everything. I believe I will set everything with my Hourglass Ambient Light 1 powder. You've seen this before. I love this powder. It's the Ambient Light 1. 3 shades, and all I do is just brush directly across it and go all over my face with it to set everything. It lasts forever. Ladies, I've had this forever. It's an investment, but you know, I've had it forever. At least 3 years, and you know, it's still going strong. Still going strong. I'm going to do something to this hair. Oh my, I may be a while. I may be a while. Look at this. I may be a while, but not really. I'm going to do something to my hair, put on my jewelry. I'll be right back. Stay with me. My friends, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I know it was lengthy. I tried some products, some Catrice products that I had never tried before, but we went into it, we jumped into it with both feet, and this is what the outcome was. I know it was lengthy again, and I apologize for that. Just let me know if you like lengthy videos, if you like around 10 to 15 minute videos, but I'll tell you right now, it's almost impossible to do a 10 to 15 minute video with a get ready with me unless I cut everything out. It needs to be at least around 30 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed the video today, and I thank you so much for watching. I want to leave you with my favorite words. Go out and make today better than yesterday, but always remember that I love you. Bye-bye.